So next is career development is self-development over the lifespan through the integration of the roles, settings and events of a personal life. So this is the quoting of Gaspers and Moore. So if you want to see it in detail, so let us have a fair view of how this career development is related to self-development or personal development. So personal development is career development, and personal development is intensely important to one's professional path regardless of one's specific career goals. Other than identifying career goals and or a career vision, the one thing a person can control is how he or she shows up at work. Career development's three pillars. Although bit simplified, I think a robust approach to career development has three main pillars. They are identifying career goals and or a vision, 2. Developing technical or functional skills, and 3. Working on behaviors and other patterns. So identifying career goals and or a vision. In order to engage in meaningful career development effort, it is helpful to set goals and honestly assess where one wants to go. Many organizations have this pillar reasonably well covered and provide career development plans where employees can document their goals and discuss them with their managers. Next is developing technical or functional skills. In some organizations, developing technical or functional skills is referred to as working on the what of one's career development, that is, what a person does. This may start with a gap analysis to determine where a person is today versus her or his stated career goals or vision. Gaps become the fodder for identifying appropriate development actions. For instance, an individual may need to deepen his skill set with certain platforms or tools. Another individual may need to broaden her understanding of other parts of her department to become more holistic in her thinking and planning. Regardless of the particulars, the main point is for each person to create a plan and execute on it to close those skill-based gaps. Working on behaviors and thought patterns. Some organizations refer to working on behaviors on thought patterns as working on the how of one's career development, that is, how a person gets work done. Trying back to the premise of this article, this pillar as personal development or development of the self is a tool. Of the three pillars, this one often gets the least amount of attention and support within organization. So this could be believed as it is tied to the still somewhat prevalent idea that personal development is only applicable outside the realm of the workplace. It's personal, hence not business. This is an outdated philosophy that needs to be further challenged. While increasing numbers of organizations are more open to embracing personal development, it may still not get the attention it deserves because modifying behaviors and thought patterns is inherently complex. So, the behavior which is in a modifying nature and the thought patterns is in a complex way or is much complexed or more complicated, and unlike more measurable or skill or knowledge based outcomes, personal development may feel squishy and hard to define. The world continues to change rapidly, and it is time for this type of career development to have its day in the sun. The head of HR at one of the clients said, what could be more important to employees in taking ownership of their careers than learning to see where their behaviors get in their own way and giving them tools to address that. So it was like a question raised. So personal development is a career development. Personal development is intensely important to one's professional path regardless of one's specific career goals. Other than identifying career goals and or a career vision, the one thing a person can control is how he or she shows up at work. This includes how she or he behaves and how she or he interacts with others and how he or she manages her or himself, etc. Giving people chance and the support to better understand their blind spots, self-limiting beliefs or stories, for example, may be the most important thing that today's enlightened organizations can do to help individuals shape their career trajectories. For further reflection, for individuals, what practices will you commit to in order to learn more about yourself and start making shifts towards being your best and most successful self? For organizations, what innovative approaches will you experiment with to offer powerful personal development opportunities to your employees to help them take more ownership of their careers and become more successful not only at work but in all aspects of your lives?